Welcome back to cooking every single recipe in the official Five Nights at Freddy's cookbook. Today we're making Funtime Freddy's dirty wedges with pulled pork and pickled salsa thanks to these comments. Don't forget to subscribe and vote for what I make next in the comments below. To start, we're gonna make Foxys pulled pork, which you'll need to combine a tablespoon of cumin, a teaspoon of black pepper, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of salt in a bowl. Now, once you've got them all combined, you're going to rub it into a skinless, boneless pork shoulder and just get it in you want to completely coat this pork shoulder. You want to add a cup and a half of apple cider to the casserole dish and cover with tin foil and put it in the oven at 275 for 5 hours. Now, once your pork only has like 15-ish minutes left, it might take more than 5 hours, make sure to check the internal temperature. You're going to make the BBQ sauce, which requires you to combine a cup of ketchup, 3.5 tablespoons of white wine vinegar, 3.25 tablespoons of dark brown sugar, a tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, half a teaspoon of mustard powder, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and black pepper to taste, and let that simmer until all the sugar is dissolved, and then you let it boil until 2 to 3 minutes. Now, once your pork has reached an internal temperature of 200 degrees Fahrenheit, or mine only reached up to 180, but that's fine, you're going to put it into a roasting pan and start shredding it with either 2 forks, or if you have meat shredding claws like I do. Now you want to skim the fats out of the pork juices and add the barbecue sauce, and then pour it all back into the pulled pork and mix it together. Now onto the wedges. You're going to start by preheating the oven to 400 degrees and then chop 1.5 pounds of potatoes into wedge shapes. Shocker. Now you boil those potatoes for 5 minutes and then you let them cool in their own steam in a colander. While your potatoes are boiling and cooling, you can make the salsa. You're going to start by cutting 3 green onions. one jalapeno, Make sure to wash your hands very thoroughly after this. And if they do start burning, you can rub some like just vegetable oil on it and just like keep that on for like a minute or two, wash off, and then it'll gradually go away. The burning, I mean. One tablespoon of cilantro or coriander, but I use parsley, it's a good substitute. 5 pickles. I am tripling this recipe and I did not want to cut up 15 pickles. I pulled out 10 and even then I put some back. There's too many pickles. And 1 beefsteak tomato seeded. Now you're just going to mix all of your salsa ingredients up in a bowl, and you can put it in the fridge if it's still going to be a little bit until your potatoes and stuff are done. Now, in a bowl, combine a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, a teaspoon black pepper, a teaspoon of sea salt, and then 5 sprigs of roughly chopped rosemary. You're going to put your potatoes in like a cooking basin, like just anything you put in your oven pretty much. You're going to slather olive oil on them and then toss them in the spices and put it in the oven for 30-40 minutes. I do not know where the footage went, but it's fine. And then you're going to sprinkle about 1.5 cups of cheddar cheese on top when there's only a couple minutes left, where you then put on broil. And then you let that crisp up and the cheese melt. Then you take it out and you're good to go. Now you top your wedges with the pulled pork, some sour cream, and the salsa, and you're yummy good to go. This was very good. It was well worth the 3 hours of cooking time. I would definitely make these again. I would definitely start making it like an hour earlier, but it was still very good. I should have tossed the potatoes around a little bit more, and the spices and olive oil wasn't fully coated, but highly recommend. 9 out of 10.